Hello, 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 hello. I'm here to talk about this Buster ass reunion. I feel like they done played in our faces for real, for real, for real, for real. I've been trying, look, I've been working with this dang on StreamYard. I've been having issues with it all day long. So hopefully the notifications went out. But let's get to talking about this. But first, did y'all see, come in and let me know, did y'all see Brit's post on Instagram? He said, show you this shit. I'm just like, what? Here you go. I just did a clip of it.
Nah. No. 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 Fuck no.
I blame Brit motherfucking ass for this whole fucked up season. It could have been good. It really could have been good. But nah, Brit. She didn't, she fucked up the whole thing. She did. It did fucked up the reunion. I blame you, Brit. I do. And then you want to come out today with a picture or a video of what you would have looked like on the day of the reunion. What? Who cares? We don't want it. You had time to sit back and see everybody's shortcomings, how everybody else stuff was messed up or whatever you didn't like to get yours together. Because, I mean, them looks was looking, some of them was looking pretty bad. And little Kelly, that dress was awful. That gathering, under the gathering, it was ugly as I don't know what. And poor Cynthia, I mean, because Brit didn't show up to the damn family reunion. The reunion. That Cynthia had to run out there and get on the damn couch. Her wig was all tight up here. I said, what in the hell? Cynthia probably thought, I'm going to be here, sitting back cool, relaxing. Get a chance to drink me some coffee or whatever. But no, they going to rush her out there. Her wig looking a mess. And Drew in the squiggly lines / baby hair, curly cues. I don't know what the hell it was, but it was not given. But Drew, I will say, Drew came to work a little bit. Kelly tried to work a little bit. I don't know. So let's get into it. First of all, we find out Mama Faye around there looking for Brick-a-Brat, and Brick-a-Brat nowhere to be found. So she go around there and she's looking around, like the mother she is, because I'm going to call her mother. The mother of the group. She went around looking for it. And she went over to Porsha's room, and Porsha was in there asleep. So, trying to figure out, where's Waldo? Where is Brit? Where is that hoe? You know this hoe? I'm so mad at Brit, I don't know what to do. But anyways, she's looking for her. Then Cynthia come in the room. Nobody's seen Brit. But Porsha said she talked to her the night before and how Brit had planned on being there, her and her husband. So nobody knows where Brit is. So the women are all getting ready, and Lord have mercy, Angela was scaring me at first. I was like, how are they going to have her looking? She said, is this the Diana Ross look? And then, Kelly, she had her crew in there, but Kelly, Lord have mercy, Kelly. I think all the ladies were going with a natural beat. And for the most part, their makeup looked absolutely nice. I just didn't like Cynthia's wig. It looked just really tight up here. And I did not like Drew's hair. I really didn't. But the women, their makeup was really nice. But Kelly, whatever you didn't put in right around here, I don't like it. And I I have a feeling that Kelly was probably a naturally pretty lady. And what she did to her mouth, I don't know, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And it looked like when they were putting her makeup on, it was giving drag queen or something. I don't know. I just don't like it. Kelly, I don't know what you need to take whatever you pumped in there, pump it out. Take it out. Take it out. Take it out. I think you would look much better without it. Because I could tell you, I seen her before pictures. You was a beautiful girl. I don't know why you did that to your face, but you did. So we're there, and the women get there to the reunion stage 2.5 hours late. And here we got Andy sitting there looking scruffy than a motherfucker. 5 o'clock, after shadow going on. He just looked thrown away like he probably went out and had a good time the night before and just jumped up and kept it moving. Like he didn't put no effort in his look at all. So, the women, they all come out. And I would say, really, the women look nice. I just didn't like some of their dresses, but I really think they were, coming for, trying to be at the top of their game. I thought Porsha dress looked lovely. Shamea dress really looked lovely, and it fit her body to a T. Phaedra, if it wasn't the reunion, I would say she had on a nice costume. And Cynthia just got thrown out there. I don't even think she planned on wearing it. They just threw her ass out there real quick. Because they didn't know what to do. Because Brit fucked up the thing. I'm mad at her. I really am mad at her. I really am. Because I really think the reunion could have been a lot better. We got a 3-part reunion that really only needed to last, I would say, an hour and a half at best. The things I didn't like about the reunion, I didn't like seeing Porsha and Shamea at it. And it started off from the beginning, Shamea rolling her eyes. It was just, I hated it. I hate that. I don't know how it's going to end, but I'm hoping that they're just doing this. This is a scheme set up by Todd to come to us with the bullshit, and they'll be friends after the fact. I don't know. But I would just hate for all this, play stuff to mess with a real friendship, unless they were never friends. I don't know. So I got my little papers over here, and we can start out. They was talking about Phaedra's helmet. She said that was a ode to Jab. And they talked about the man with the red tongue that they all might have got pregnant from. Honey, they were scrambling. They didn't know what the fuck to do. Brit did not show up. It messed up all of the plans. That's all I can say. Brit fucked up the thing. Yes, she did. I just, y'all tell me what y'all think. She messed it up. I don't understand. She's a coward. That she is. She's a coward. Talking about she got pistols and all this stuff, and she can't even get confronted by these ladies here. So I'm gonna go back to game over and what Brit says last. She calls the ladies low life. And I thought, oh, you are one to call somebody low life. Remember, we seen all that garbage over there in the corner in your house. But these ladies who seem to be all doing better than you, maybe minus Kelly, I don't know. Kelly, like, she got a lot of financial stuff going on, but shit, we all do. But it don't seem like Brit is not as fabulous as she wants us to believe she is. Because, we find out about her not being able to pay the country club or the person who helped her with her event. Okay, so they were 2.5 hours late, and Porsha had got a procedure done. She got Coco and Chanel lifted, honey. I need to get Granny and Grandma lifted. So she got that done, and then because she told Andy again, smell them. I guess they smell brand new. So, and Porsha says she wants to be healed. And basically, she want to get everything out, get it out, move on or whatever. Porsha. So, like I said, they added Cynthia ass to the couch. They had her and get her out there. They made Cynthia run out there, wig not on good. Get your ass on this couch. Brit didn't show up. So they talk about the friend role with Cynthia, which I thought Cynthia did a good job with the friend role. I thought she did good trying to mediate between the ladies. And also, she was really concerned about Shamea and Porsha's relationship. Okay. So they were saying that Cynthia was the glue. Who started out as the glue was Shamea, and Shamea just crashed and burned. I mean, I started out really liking Shamea. I don't dislike her. I dislike none of the ladies, except for Brit. But Shamea started out, she had us all thinking, oh, she that girl, only to be Porsha's lapdog and look like Kelly and Shamea's lapdog. I don't know. So they talked about Cynthia's hoodie clitoris. I gotta look it up and see what a hoodie clit look like because I don't even know. I mean, I only see my own. I don't know. I mean, my daughters, but I don't know. So she also talks about her boyfriend. He's 39 and Phaedra's shackety shack is 32. So they talk about Porsha and what's going on with her. Is she divorced? At this time, we know now she's divorced. But she at the time she was not. They asked about Simon. And Andy wanted to know about Simon. Porsha didn't really want to talk about it. And Andy said, well, shit, we heard he was in ICE, detained by ICE. She said, yeah, that's true. He was like, let me be a little bit more messy. They say you the one turned him in. She said, that wouldn't benefit me at all. Any kind of legal inquiries, they always kind of let Phaedra talk. So, she was just saying, that he was detained by ICE because he is not legal and this, that, and the other. So we all know he's been deported back to Nigeria. We all know that now. So Phaedra, I guess Phaedra's man must be legitimately here. So they talked about Porsha's prenup and that the house, she was glad that's the only thing that she was going to get was the house that she wanted. She said her prenup took her 9 months. So you was married 15 months and it took you 9 months to get the damn prenup together. So we know that Porsha is supposed to be getting $40,000 a month. And then Simon is supposedly to pay all, continue paying the mortgage and all that. And then I think that goes on to like 2026 or something, 2027. I don't know, something like that. And then I guess she would have to get the house in her name or, whatever, something, but he's over there in Africa, honey. I don't know if she's getting that $40,000 a month unless he has some money here. But I don't know if she's getting it. So it looks like Porsha walked away with the house for a minute and a Rolls Royce and maybe $40,000. So I stated here in my notes, I'm like, oh my God, Drew hair is getting on my nerves. Them little squiggly lines and curly cues was not cute. She should have slapped her beautician or whoever the hell that was in the face. It was not cute. It was like she was trying to do a Kelly, but couldn't quite do the Kelly because she had a sloop here and one over here. It just was not. It looked like somebody did it out of their kitchen. It definitely did. It didn't look like a stylist for this show. So then we go on to Kelly. Oh, let's see here. Kelly and Porsha kind of go back and forth. First of all, let me get this right, honey. With my notes. Well, we just gonna talk. So this is some of the shade that they threw. So when Phaedra was, I mean, not Phaedra, but when Porsha was talking about, the house, and then how Dennis and her were, co-parenting together, and he's such a good co-parent. That's my boy, and all this kind of good stuff. Everything she was saying nice about him. Then it was, I believe it was Drew, or either I believe it was Drew. I'm not saying. That said, because she said she had the house now and she's able to film in it. So that's why they did the last little bit of the game over at the end. They showed her filming in the house. And they said, oh, while she's talking all about Dennis, they said, got that man all up in his house. And she goes, what you mean, our house? And then Kelly goes on to say, well, then there's the back and forth between Porsha and Kelly about their divorces. And she was like, well, I didn't want to stay in that house, and I could have no other man up in the house. I left. And basically she would say, well, you didn't have a good prenup, because I did. We did 9 months because, Shamea put her on blast about maybe hoping that Porsha had found out if all the things about Simon were on the up and up. If he, didn't have good business practice, or did he have real money for real, or was he out there scamming? And Porsha let them know. They took her 9 months to do the prenup, so everything they basically crossed the T's and dot the I's there. So when they was comparing it, well, Porsha was saying that her and Kelly both were going through a divorce, and how their husband was airing out their businesses online, like they were having similar issues. And Kelly was like, no, baby, no. Me and you don't have the same type of relationship or divorce going on. I was married 11 years. You were married 11 months. Let's not compare apples to peaches. That's the first one. And then, because it was the back and forth between Porsha, Kelly, kind of Shamea, and Drew. And Drew took her out basically because, they were talking about the situation between Drew and Dennis and Porsha. And Porsha was like, I was just having a hard time, and I was fighting for my life. And, and every time I seen you, it was triggering. And, because they asked her about the text where, did she really believe that Drew was actually fucking for beats? She said, well, I don't have the text. I just have what he replied. How convenient, Porsha. You know good damn well that girl went messing around for no beats. Actually, Drew has a very nice, very, very nice CD album, whatever you want to call it these days. It's very nice. Her and the Hot Dog Man did that thing there. So she went on, they went back and forth, and, she said, Andy had said to Drew, basically about the time she was on Chaser. Look, I can't read and I ain't got my glasses on. What you got up here? Look, let me put my glasses on. She get all the way to the reunion and now she don't have a text. I know. Girl, I'm old as shit. I can't see. Yes. So she gets there. She don't have the text, so we know she lied. And so they asked her about what she said on No Chaser podcast, and she basically had said that Porsha big comeback was a flop, and it was. Porsha couldn't. Simon had her hands tied. She couldn't film in her house. She couldn't talk about her divorce, so she had to pick a fight. And I think she picked the fight with Shamea and Drew. Call it what it is. That's what she did. She needed a storyline. And Drew said, Simon says, you have no storyline. There's no storyline with Simon. He took that shit away. He took away your house. You couldn't even film it. He had to go to your mama's house film. He had to go into the bars and film. And I can't help it. thinking about the season, you can tell that Porsha was a little envious because as her ship was sinking, Shamea blew up in the beginning, and then she just crashed and burned. She blew up and crashed and burned. I'm like, Shamea, you stuck in the friend role, girl. You're supposed to be the girl. Stop being the friend. I don't know. She was still even out there windmilling for her on the couch when they was talking about what was said, and Drew told her to go sit over there on that couch on Porsha's lap. I don't know. Look, I had a hard time. I watched the show about 3 times today. Well, twice today and twice yesterday, and I still had a hard time taking notes. It was kind of boring to me. I mean, it's just, I blame Brit. I blame Brit. I really do. I mean, because some of the arguments was kind of dumb. Kelly still can't even explain why she's really mad at Brit. So I feel like it may be something else other than the fact, she says it's nothing that Brit has that she wants. I don't believe that Kelly had an abortion while she was married. It seems like she may have had an abortion before she got married, and the messy ass stylist told it to Brit. What else, honey? Then we find out that there was an alliance that's supposed to have been set between Shamea and the Bobbsey twins, Brit and Kelly. So that's why I figured it was something, but I don't know that Shamea was trying to take down Porsha. I don't believe that. I believe if the season would have been able to play out, I bet you it would have been a Porsha side and a Kenya side. I bet you that. And Shamea would have been sitting there right next to Porsha. I believe the takedown was probably going to be on Kenya, but not like takedown like Brit did. But I bet you that's where the ruffling of feathers are probably going to be, because it's going to split that way. We wouldn't have Phaedra ass back. But Phaedra did give us some good little shade or whatever. But she said she only was there for 10 days. So you only there 10 days and got to be number 2 on the couch. But mind you, they only had 2 for their side until they had to rush Cynthia out. And I don't know. I gave this episode a strong 4. It really couldn't hold my attention. And then we have Angela and Phaedra and the whole Marcus of it all. And Angela reached back and get her whole folder with no fucking good receipts. I don't know, Phaedra might have had something to do with it. Maybe not. I don't know. But I thought the receipts was going to be like Phaedra and Marcus's cousin, or Phaedra and Marcus in a picture together. Because, Phaedra said she didn't know them. I don't know. It's just giving, I don't know. It wasn't a good show. I mean, people, you talk about Married to Medicine, but Married to Medicine, the reunion part 1 and 2 was pretty good. This one, hopefully it climaxes tomorrow and keep on going. But this here, I know Brit fucked up the thing and made it so they had to scurry around to figure out what to do. They probably had to change how they're going to edit things, especially when she decided she was going to sue him, but she said she was going to sue him, but hasn't really filed for a suit. But then also, there was the back and forth about what Angela said that Shamea said she set up Simon and Porsha. And then Porsha act like she couldn't tell the truth or whatever. Then they had to go back and roll the tape, because Phaedra said, roll the tape. And she said she was there when she met them. She was there. She didn't say she introduced them, but she supported their relationship. Porsha knows she jumped in that man's DM and tried to make that fake post a couple years ago saying that Shamea was the best matchmaker. Because Shamea and Porsha, I believe, one and the same. And Shamea probably was going to take that, I'm going to take this for the team. Porsha was looking for that happy ever after and didn't get it. Simon was a fraud. Then Porsha had some tea about Kelly's husband. That supposedly Kelly's husband wasn't the bodyguard that she has was just for the show. Because Kelly's husband wasn't even out there looking for her like that. Porsha, how you know? How she know? Because he done came back to Ralph. Ralph is trying to be Peter, but worse. Ralph is one little messy peach. Then we have Andy had asked Kelly about her restaurant and how was that coming along. And she was like, my divorce cost me $200,000. And, everybody knows I'm getting sued. I ain't had the money because I had to pay $200,000 for the divorce. And he was like, he over there counting her pockets, like all this shit you done did for that dog, all this high maintenance stuff you didn't put on the show, which gave her daughter 17 purses and all this stuff. And he basically told her, you need to be invested in waffles instead of your dog. Andy's one messy ass bitch, isn't he? So Drew, she had, the little quick lines. I got some of the let me go over here to my media accents. Some of the things that people posted on Twitter, which, I thought the same, like, let me put my glasses on because I can't see shit. I thought the same, like, I felt like, well, we just see what they're talking about. How Drew ate with this one. Simon says, you have no storyline. And they go, Drew, you ate that boo. Then we have here Phaedra being shocked that Brit didn't show up but skipped the Married Medicine. Yes, that's one thing I want to talk about. Phaedra, you got a whole lot of nerves with that. A whole lot of nerves. You didn't want to take accountability on Married in Medicine, so you skipped the family. Excuse me. I keep wanting to call it family reunion. I'm going to family reunion here in a week and a half. We're going to Vegas. But you skipped the reunion, Phaedra. Left a video dogging the ladies and didn't give them a chance to talk to you to your face to face. No, you skipped out of that. And then I just want to put this right here. Kelly. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, she just looks so plastic. And this cloth right here is fighting for his life to keep her breast covered. Honey, they had bosoms out all over the place, honey. All over the place. But Kelly, you know what she reminded me of? Is that lady, the lady named Shanita that was on, the big tall lady that was on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Shanita, Mel's friend. She kind of puts me in mind of that. All that puffed up stuff there. You ain't need all this, honey. It just is giving drag. It really is. So here, what else we got going on here? It says, why nobody asked Porsha about her real intentions with Simon? Because if the tables were turned, she would grill the hell out of somebody for being with the married man. And so they speak about that. Her and what is her name? Her and Lil Mama, Kelly. And Kelly said she don't even believe that Porsha even loved the man. She said it seems fake. And she let her know, y'all, we don't have the same type of issues. I've been married way longer than you. And we still never found out why you took that woman's man. We never did. Porsha said, I had him and I left him. That's it. Now, don't ask me no more about that shit. So why you take that lady's man? How did y'all meet? Porsha ain't got no words for her. She was like, So also they said, when they talked about, I'm just rambling. We just talking about the stylist and why that Kelly and Brit fell out so tough. And Brit said she believed that Kelly was jealous. And probably, Brit has more of the body structure for, for the clothes to lay right on her. She's tall. She's thin. Little mama's short. She's shorter than me because I ain't no way she 5'1". I think she like 4'9", but whatever. She says she 5'1". Her clothes are not going to fit the same like Brit. Brit clothes to me look better on her than little mama, than Kelly's. Some of the stuff Kelly, she says she's extra. And them clothes are looking extra. It just, some of the looks was not looking to me. But, it is what it is. So then we have this one here. Okay, we already got that one. And we had that one too. Okay, so this one. It says, real shit. Porsha is apologizing because she was wrong as fuck for how she treated Drew this whole season. The other women, with exception to Angela, owes Drew an apology as well. They played follow the leader all season behind Porsha and targeted her. That was nasty work. It was. So Porsha gets up there and give Drew a hug, want to know we in the right light and everything, because she was dead ass wrong, and she knew. But Porsha was doing this she needed the storyline. And, Drew took it on the chin, but Drew, don't touch her. Don't trust her. Don't trust her. Don't trust her, because Porsha do you again, girl. You already see. But like I said, Drew, she was ready for the reunion other than her look. Her look was it was ugly. I didn't like it. Her dress looked too tight up top. That string like it was going to pop. I don't know whose idea to put those squiggly lines on her face. I don't know. Drew's a pretty girl. They're not playing up her looks. And so then our last tweet here. So Phaedra been there for 10 days and got second seat. But Drew Sidor, who's been carrying this season, is all the way at the end of the couch. Make it make sense. Drew is getting the treatment like Candy. Candy used to be all the way at the end all the damn time. Most of the time, she didn't even give a damn. Drew be you. Drew was standing on business and she was not letting down. She was not. She wasn't letting down. Porsha didn't know what to say. That's why she had to hurry up and just go ahead and say, okay, I'm sorry. Get the shit over with. Because she's seen that how it was going. This is basically all I got for it. Because I'm telling you what. I stopped taking notes. I started doing other things. It just wasn't that entertaining. I couldn't get past the squiggly lines on Drew's forehead. And that wig being so far down on Cynthia. I mean, they just rushed her out there. Just hurry up and get out there. Cynthia, come on. I don't know. And then today we get Brit like she's some kind of goddess. I'm like, hell fucking no. I blame you for this fucked up season. Because if we would have had Kenya, if they would have gave Kenya a chance to be at the reunion would have been great. The season would have been great. I mean, Kenya had her faults. Because I'm not a Kenya fan, no. But I don't like Brit for what Brit did. I don't, because she came, Kenya came in nice, calm, wasn't fucking with nobody. She feeling good because she getting dicked down every day by Mark, because Mark is at her house. We seen that in the video. He was in the video. He back at her house because he broke. He ain't got nowhere else to go. So now they over there. She getting it. She ain't got to be miserable or evil. And she ain't know them young girls. She in a different stage of life, honey. And y'all made the worst of the worst come out of her, Miss Brit Edie. And then for us to get this kind of thing at the reunion. And I don't know. So that's it. I don't know. Andy had some of the best shade, I guess. And Porsha took some magnesium with milk of magnesia or something before the reunion. They gave her bubble guts. I don't know. But that's all I got. That's it. We could have been done last night. I don't know what explosive they're going to have next week. But it was nothing really explosive through the season. Other than when Kenya was there. Girl, who cares about Kenya? We have got nothing out of Kenya and Candy in years. I know. I'm not a Kenya fan, but I think Kenya. Now I'm a Candy girl. Now Candy's my girl because she's a ensemble by herself. She got her family. Her family make her pop. You might not like Candy, but her family were willing to film. Nobody else's family really films like that. You got Porsha and her sister and her mama. They're not that excited. The old lady gang kept us laughing. And the Candy Click, Todd and Mama Joyce, they kept us. It was kind of interesting. This season here, it went shit. I mean, well, Brit's family was, kind of comical in a way, I guess. I don't know. But it seems like Brit just lied a lot. I mean, as far as she wasn't her true self, is what I can gather. It seemed like she wanted to portray a life that was very grand, and it fell flat. From fake buying a car to fake buying an airplane. So, I don't know. But tell me, what you think you would rate this reunion part 1 from 1 being very bad to 10 terrific, the best you ever seen. Like I said, I give it a strong 4. And I gave the whole season maybe about a 6. So I'm hoping the reunion can give us something a little bit more. But other than this, we could have been done today. And we could have been just, wrapped it all up in a nice little pretty bow. Everybody back friends. And hopefully the next season, we could get some true, authentic stuff. Because it just seemed like everybody was lying. Like they all lied. I mean, I don't know. It was, I don't know. And I'm not a Drew fan. I mean, I don't dislike Drew. I love her music. It looked like Drew was carrying it. And Angela, who is the MVP of the season, I'm so mad at you with that folder of non-receipts. I don't know. But I mean, Phaedra could have something to do with it. Or it could be an overzealous fan wanting to get on the show. Or the producers felt like they wanted to mix some stuff up. Or if they're all in on it, just to create some drama because it made no sense. It came out of nowhere. I don't know. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. And I'm going to get up out of here. And look, I'm going to try to rewatch the reunion. Maybe I missed something, but I don't think I did. But you guys have a great evening. And I'll talk to you later. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great night.